I'm Kimberly.
I'm Jennifer.
And together we're the Property Sisters.
Welcome to As Real as They Come Dallas. My name is Yulia.Brown, and this episode was brought to you by Guaranteed Rate and photos by Walt. Also, I would like to introduce these two gorgeous ladies and this absolutely stunning antebellum mansion. I have Jennifer Suggs and Kimberly Wise.
Thank you. Hi, thanks.
What's better than one beautiful guest? Two beautiful guests that are identical twins. That's so awesome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We're excited.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to film at this absolutely exquisite property. So tell me a little bit about the property, and then we'll definitely go forward and learn about how you guys even got into real estate.
Sure. So this house was built in 1878. It was the original, what they call the Muse Academy, owned by Mr. James Muse. So this property has been here for hundreds of years, and they have pretty much kept it the way it is historically throughout those years. So it's something you cannot find in the real estate market right now, especially in downtown McKinney.
Yeah, and if you're a history enthusiast, this is definitely a property for you. You go upstairs or you go turn the corner in this house and you can smell, feel, and touch the history.
Right, it is. And it has the original wood floors, the original banister going up the staircase. It's amazing. I mean, this sits on 4 lots, almost a half acre for downtown McKinney, and there's nothing like it. I've driven all over town, and I can't even find something similar to it. And so it's a house that it could be amazing for a family. It could be amazing as a bed and breakfast. It could be amazing as a wedding venue, a spa. I mean, it has so many opportunities, and it sits on a very great street. It's very quiet, and I mean, it's just the history. I mean, you can't pass it up. I mean, you come in here and you just feel it the minute you walk in the front door.
Soon after his arrival to McKinney in 1857, Elder James Sanford Muse bought 320 acres of land in northwest McKinney and built in 1858 a large home on what was known as Wadill Ridge. The home was built so that it could one part serve as a school. One room deep with an L off the back, the 2-story structure originally had 10-foot deep double verandas encircling the house. The 1-room deep plan helped facilitate airflow for the house, and the deep porches served as sleeping areas as well. In 1866, Muse opened his Mount Pleasant Male and Female High School. The McKinney Messenger of February 21, 1866, advertised sessions of 21 weeks, February through June, taught in the home of Principal J.S. Muse. Board and tuition cost $75. Another notice in the same newspaper, dated July 16, 1870, gives the charges for tuition and board at $130 per session, September to June. The cost for day pupils was $30 a session. The subjects taught were the elementary branches, natural science, mathematics, Latin, Greek, and music. His 2 daughters, Millie and Mary Ellen, and Mary Beth Bentley, who later became Mrs. T.H. Muse, were among his teachers. The school soon acquired such a good reputation that pupils came to it from Collin, Dallas, Denton, Hunt, Cook, Tarrant, Wise, and Bosque counties. After educating the children of many pioneers of North Texas, the school closed in 1871. The house originally faced east, but now faces west toward Wadill. Early photographs feature more ornate Italianate Victorian trim work and porch detailing. The exterior of the house was remodeled in 1971 by William Bomar and reflects a more colonial revival style than the original house had. Remodeling homes to fit an owner's own style or taste was not an uncommon occurrence to happen, but underneath the new facade is the original structure, including hand-squared beams, mortise and tenon foundation timbers, and square nails.
Merry Christmas!
That's cool.
Come on in.
As you enter the house, the original winding staircase with wood balustrade is the main feature of the front hallway. The simple handrail and square spindles on the upper portion of the stair is original to the house, while the more decorative turn spindles were probably added at a later date. Now used as the living room, with the Christmas tree located in the corner, this room was originally a classroom for the Music Academy and historically had a fireplace located between the living room and the front hall that has since been removed. Notice that the wood floor directions change. Floors would have been laid to correspond with the room opening location. Like the living room, this room served as a classroom for the Music Academy. This room features the original classroom door and the historic beam and ceiling configuration. The fireplace location with the modernized surround is not the original location, but was possibly added during the 1971 remodeling. The dining room and kitchen is a later addition, but still maintains the character and proportions of the original portion of the house. What is the back door opening of the house was originally the front door when the house faced east. A beam separating the dining room and kitchen was removed by the current owners. As noted before, the wood round railing is original to the construction of the house and crafted from a tree from the property. The sitting area includes many World War II family heirlooms.
The 82nd and the 101st could drop their troops on the beacons, and my dad was with the 10 planes that served the 82nd Airborne.
Though not original to the house, this bathroom includes an attic access door that has been stripped away to reveal the original paint color.
All right, this wallpaper was inside a closet upstairs that had been built on after the house was originally built, obviously. And then when I moved in 2000, we took the closet down and found this wallpaper hiding there in the back side of the closet. So when my wife decided to remodel that wall, this is the original wallpaper, I believe, from 1858.
The north bedroom, located over the living room below, is large and may have housed students instead of the residents. The closet was a later addition and is of a rudimentary construction. The south bedroom is also spacious and may have also housed students at one time. The double doors are also original and have been restored. The closet is a later addition, but the window trim and parts of the baseboard are original. Viewing the house from the backyard, the later one-story additions are visible, as well as how the main part of the house is just one room deep. Originally encompassing 320 acres, the house still sits on about an acre and has mature landscaping, several accessory structures, and a swimming pool. A Texas subject marker in the front yard commemorates the time period the house was the Muse Academy.
Currently, as is, let's say I bought the house and I don't want to remodel, move walls. What does it have to offer as far as floor plan?
Well, I'll let Kim do
Oh,
that.
it's actually funny. When we walked it this past weekend, I actually walked it with some clients, and it's literally built like any home that is built in 2021, 2020. It's your main floor plan, so you have your formal living room. This is an amazing kitchen. I mean, you've got a huge kitchen,
Stunning,
plus your
yes.
breakfast room within, so which is actually a little different. What's different about this house, of course, is back in the days, and it's still from the 80s and the 70s, everything was created in boxes and areas, so everything is closed off. But it's a normal floor plan: kitchen, formal living room, entry, main master bedroom, master suite. Then you walk upstairs, you have the guest bedrooms or the kids' bedrooms, and then actually a little play area. So the main house is literally designed exactly like you would see now, which is so weird because that's how it was built hundreds of years ago, and it is how it is today. So that was pretty exciting. So first, when I was walking it, at first I was like, oh, I'm wondering, would it be hard to redesign it? Would it be hard to come in and kind of focus on the details and then have to move walls and everything? And honestly, as a designer, I would come in and I would fix some details, probably freshen the floors, freshen the walls, fix things maybe that don't move, like a door or something of that nature. Put new lighting and give it a new fresh look. But overall floor plan, I would not touch it. I would leave it as is, and then utilize the space of the pool lot, the back of the house where you have the 2-car garage, you have the workshop, and you have an additional space that could be a mother-in-law suite, that could be a man cave, it could be a children's play area. But the main house, I would honestly not change the actual floor plan. I would actually leave it as is and maybe open it up a little bit if you wanted to. But what is really nice are all of these French doors. It really adds character that you don't see anymore in a home. So it's almost like, I love open floor plans, and so does everyone in 2021. But now coming back into here, I'm like, oh man, I would love to add this type of character back into a home again. So I think it could be really easy to move in here. And for me, I would be honest. I would say, oh gosh, you got to rip this out. You should do this. The only thing I would say is the master bathroom. You can make it amazing and have a dream Sex in the City closet.
Nice.
And other than that, I say you are good to go.
Yes, exactly.
And it sounds very exciting. So you mentioned that there is more than one structure on the property, and I heard that there's more than one lot. Can you tell us more about that, and what can you do with those lots if that's what you chose to?
So that's the cool thing. We did an open house last week. We had some great clients come by and look at the place. I had some builders come, which I loved because I got their opinion on everything. I'm like, be honest with me, tell me what you think. So this is 4 lots, so it's half an acre, 0.46 acres, almost a half. The pool sits on its own lot, all by itself. And then there's a lot next to it. It's a perfect square. So in all, and I'm not going to say this and it sounds horrible, but some people may want to come in and be like, you know what? I want to level the house. I don't want to have it. We don't like that offer, but if it happened, it happened, because everyone has their own opinion and wants their own space. But if you didn't and you kept the house, you could build another house next door. You could put a pool in with that house too. You have enough room here to make.
You can expand on this house.
Everything, yeah.
You could add additional bedrooms, because really, honestly, it's not like it's a 6-bedroom, 4-bedroom home. It's actually a normal 2,900 square foot home that you could build onto on this left side of the home and extend it if there was a family that moved in that needed additional rooms and space. So,
and we explored this house a little bit before we started filming our podcast. We also saw some rooms that right now can be any space, and you can turn it into
whatever you
potentially like a butler pantry, or you have basement. A lot of homes here in Texas do not have basement. You do, which is original to the house, which is exciting to me.
Tornado shelter.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it does. I mean, it's funny. The basement is the original basement, so it's very narrow, and you kind of have to squinch down because there were shorter people, according to what I've been told, to get down in there. But it's cool. You don't have that in Texas very often.
No.
And it has 2 attics. So the neat part about the attic is on the 2nd floor, in the bathroom upstairs, there's a door. And little door, and you can walk into the attic, and then you can pull the attic down and go up into the attic. So you've got an upper space and you've got a lower space attic, which that definitely doesn't happen in Texas because that's not how homes are built now. And the rooms are huge. The
Yes.
bedrooms
They
are
are. The
huge.
square footage is
Everything is, I mean, it's very open. And so even though you have these 3 living spaces, you could take one of them, split it. Could you put a wall up?
Oh, sure.
You could put a wall up, make it 2 kids' bedrooms.
Yeah.
You could do, a lot of different things. So that's the nice thing about it. It's very flexible. Right. It's very flexible.
Wow, I definitely love that. And we already learned little bits and pieces about your career. And I know Jennifer is a realtor. And Kimberly, tell us, how did you come about to be this beautiful team that works on this awesome homes?
So my identical twin sister. We've been together since birth. I've actually an interior designer, graduated from TCU, worked at a beautiful, huge design firm right out of college, and then left 13 years ago, and we have our own hospitality design firm that I work at here in Dallas. And so been there for 14 years now. So my background is hospitality design hotels all over the world, and I absolutely love it. Our mom is a residential designer. She's been a designer since we were born, since we knew. And so I've always wanted to be a designer, and was so lucky to graduate from TCU and be able to do that. But then during COVID, of course, the hotel industry really took a rough turn and is slowly climbing back. And I really wasn't sure kind of where my career would go with hospitality, and whether our company stayed together, which we did. We've made it through, which is awesome. I was like, well, if we're not making it, that means no other hotel design firm is really making it, because that's what we're designing. So I decided to start my own little blog and started putting my name out there, and just started doing little residential projects, like bedroom here, dining room there, and almost a year and a half, 2 years later, it's just grown. And as all my clients know, my number one focus is my hotels, and because that's been my career and I absolutely love it. But doing the residential side has been amazing, and it's been a fun way to do something different and work in a whole different light than what hotel design is. And then Jennifer decided to get her real estate license, and I've been staging a lot of homes for realtors before she had even decided to even go in the real estate business. So once she got it, I was like, Jen, like, why don't, well, actually, it was her idea. She was like, why don't we just team up? And I go, that's perfect. I go, you start doing the real estate. I go, and I will offer my services to stage the homes for free, no problem. Get you on your feet. Because staging a home is a huge, important thing.
It's a task.
It's a
huge
task.
Undertaking.
But it's a task, it's so much fun. I use all of whatever's in the home, I use it. No matter what it is, whether it's, and this one I didn't stage at all because you just don't need to, but it really helps the sell of the home. And so I told her, let's team up, let's come up with a name, Property Sisters.
I mean, that's original.
That's original, like i.e. Property Brothers, because we need to meet them one day.
I mean, HGTV, hello.
Twins.
The guys are great, but
twins and twins.
Property Sisters more tragic.
It's just, and so we came up with that, and I told her, let's just team up and we'll work together, because we're attached at the hip anyway. And it works out great, because she knows the real estate part, which I know nothing of, and I'll go in and help stage whenever she needs it. If, like, for the open house last weekend, I was here, and I would help kind of give advice if they asked, if they wanted recommendations on what you could do here, what you could do there. So really, I'm just here to support her and help with any questions if someone has any, and then, hopefully we can build off of it.
You're such a good sister.
It's fun.
Well, you guys, I love that. I
It's
love
fun.
that.
I love it.
It's
So,
besties.
I guess we have to thank our mom for our talents of rock star seller over here, and then
I guess.
and then me designer. And everyone's like, how do you do it? I'm like when I stage, they're like, how do you know what to do? And I'm like, you just do it.
There is no substitute
there
for
isn't.
experience.
Yeah, you just go for it. And sometimes she's helped me a lot.
I
on
do.
staging,
I go a lot with her.
because a lot of times I'm moving furniture and I don't have a team of. I wish I was a Chip and JoJo of Magnolia, and I had my own group of guys. I know they started out with
You
just
just
them
moved that
two
over here.
as well, but
Exactly.
for
Please
now
put that
it's
down.
her and I, and it works out great, and hopefully I can help her keep her business moving forward. So I'm just here for the fun of it, and hopefully make her a little bit more successful.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And what did you do before you became a realtor? And how did you come about to be a realtor?
It's funny because I think it all came with COVID. I've worked in medical field my entire life. I worked for plastic surgeons for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I loved it. I loved it. And so then COVID happened, and we were home
A lot.
a lot.
Which
I wasn't at work, she wasn't at work, and we were bored, and so we started walking houses, didn't we?
Oh, we did,
We
yeah.
walked houses probably every other day, and we just walk them, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. And we get in there joking. I'm like, can you imagine? What if I just sold one of these? And Kim's like, yeah. And then we just got on conversations, and I'm like, why don't I get my real estate license? And she's like, and I go, then we could do it together, because
Absolutely.
we love being together. I mean, her poor husband, I mean, he's married to me. I mean, it's just what it is.
2 for 1, not a bad
It
deal.
is. I mean, and we talk 10 times a day. People think we're nuts, but we do. And so I was like, then we could do it together. She's an amazing designer. She's awesome. She does everything for me in my home. I don't design my home. My home looks like it does because of her, not because of me. I don't have that niche. I was a horse person. I'm an animal lover. I don't have the niche for design. But I'm great with like houses. Like, I know what you should do. I know where you should put it.
You
but
have the eye.
I have the eye. I just don't have the, okay, put this here and let's move it there and it'll look amazing. I just don't have that part of it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. We're home. We don't have anything else to do, right? So I studied 4 months, took the test, and passed. And
Yay,
I've
I
been
love
doing
that.
it.
Yes.
I'm not sure I would have passed.
I know. It was a big day. I was like, wow, I did it. Like, I was pretty impressed with myself. So, and then I've been very fortunate. I sold a house to a really good friend of mine. He's a veterinarian, actually, surgical, here in downtown McKinney. And then we have another, Kim decorated a client's house in Light Farms.
Oh, yeah.
In Prosper. And they went to travel for 7 months. So I leased their place out for them. And then
We have this one.
we have this one right now. So
This is a beautiful gem.
It
It's
is.
like
This one's special.
I've been
you
very
started your
fortunate.
crown with a beautiful gem.
I know, and I've been very
I love
fortunate.
that.
I'm very fortunate and very thankful for it. So, the owners here are amazing.
Yeah, they're
they're
great.
very, very sweet people, and they've let me come do anything we want with how we want to do it. They don't get upset about it, and it's a lot of fun for me. I love it. You know, I go home at night. I work a real job too. I mean, I run animal hospitals. And then
God bless
when I
you.
get home at night, I do houses. And on the weekends, I do houses. So it's fun and it keeps us busy and we get to be together. So it works out good for us.
That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what an inspiring story that you've done one thing, you're passionate about animals, which is, I think, anybody that's involved with animals is just has special heart, and you help people now with their biggest investment, really. I mean,
Right.
what can be bigger investment
Right,
than
then-
buying your own home?
Right.
I mean, of course, commercial, whatever, but as far as something that's very close to your heart, your home, that's your castle.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And having 2 wonderful professionals help you with your house, that's priceless.
It's
It's
awesome.
fun.
We love it.
We're very lucky, and I hope she's stays successful, and she just kind of keeps me along for the ride. If she needs me, I'm here, and
Y'all definitely got the attitude.
yeah, and if not, then she can kick me out.
Yeah.
Either way,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
good.
No,
It's
we work out really well together.
I absolutely love it. And I really have a lot of hope that this home will remain here and
Yeah.
continue keep us happy and keep telling its own history.
Yes.
Yeah, because when last week when we had the open house, we had two or three, we had like four or five people that came through. I mean, it's special. It's going to take special people. It's not your everyday person just going to walk through and be like, oh yes, I'm going to buy it. But they were so amazed because the ceilings are very tall.
Very.
You have the beam ceilings in the master. You just don't have that unless you build it out that way now for new homes. And so they've done such a great job as preserving the history in the home. They've updated things, obviously with the kitchen, put can lighting in. They've kind of redone the walls, but the original moldings in this home.
Flooring.
And the flooring, I mean, the flooring alone it's priceless because you can't get it because it's original.
Yes.
So, you know, when they came and redid the kitchen, they did the kitchen to go with the home. It matches.
They did an amazing
Yeah, they
job
did an
because
amazing
it
job.
looks so organic. Like I would not move one thing.
No, I wouldn't either. They did a really good job, and honestly, like the couple came in last week. You know, they said if they were able to do it, they would just move in their furniture and call it a day. And I totally agree. I would probably put some fresh paint on the walls and, you know, fix the little details that need to be fixed, needs to be living. But like she said, they've put all new windows in, they've put all new plantation shutters throughout the house, all new AC unit.
All the big stuff.
All the
has
big
been
items
done.
are there. So, you know, if you have that character that you understand about history, and as a designer and anyone out there that wants to preserve that. I mean, I honestly could come in here and see, I'm like looking at this floor right now where it's been worn down. I honestly can envision this whole house keeping the floor worn down and taking the character of that and putting it into the design of the home, and literally taking this kitchen and like keep bringing those elements out into the rest of the home. That way it's all tying together again, but you've literally taken this 1800 year home, and now we've upgraded it to 2021, but it still feels like you've lived here for many years without destroying the character and the design.
Because
And
it's easy to do.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this isn't my dream. Like, I wish I could just buy it and just repaint the front and update the shutters outside and put the beautiful boxwoods.
Perhaps rebuild that beautiful.
Yeah, the porch.
The porch,
Yes,
it's
from
so
the
beautiful.
school. So, I mean, it would be awesome. But hopefully someone will do it, and then if they need any advice, I would be more than happy to get
Well,
it.
if you're watching and you're ready to pull a trigger on this house, you already got designer lined up for you.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here. Just
Yeah.
I can just provide my opinion, comments. That's all you need.
Well, that's wonderful, ladies. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I
Thank
think
you.
this was very interesting and exciting
Yeah,
podcast
that's fun.
on the property, Antebellum Mansion. How many people can say, well, I owned one? Well, you could say that because you can actually buy it. Reach out to Jennifer and negotiate your contract and make it happen.
Right. Yeah, call me. I'd love to hear from you. Bring you guys by anytime.
Absolutely. And how can people get in touch with you?
You can email me at jsuggs@kw.com, or you can call me at 817-805-1148. And just holler at me. I respond real fast to you guys, so whatever you need, I can get right back with you.
Excellent. And Kimberly, how can people get in touch with you?
You can actually, my biggest, I guess, would be Instagram. My Instagram tag is Just the Simple Things, and if you want to look me up there, all my information is on Instagram. I try to post tons of photos of the projects that I do. Of course, we tag up with Property Sisters on Instagram, so
Right.
you can see us there as well. We're getting savvy about this whole technology thing, so we're not as great as Yulia over here is, but definitely look us up, Just the Simple Things, Property Sisters as a
Right.
team. And of course, she's with Keller Williams, and so
Yep, Keller
between
Williams
all
and
of us,
North Country.
hopefully we can get this property to someone who's their forever home.
Wow, that's amazing. Definitely thank you to the owners for
Yes, thank you.
allowing us to be here and
Yes.
film here and be able to experience this house to the fullest. And again, thank you, Jennifer
Thank you.
Suggs. Thank you, Kimberly Wise.
Thank you.
And I'm Yulia.Brown with As Real Estate Com Dallas. This episode was brought to you by Guaranteed Rate and photos by Walt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.